I definitely feel like this is important to show that like things really do happen, and it's a good investment to like buy a good computer. It is so cute. Here's the perfect example of my computer really glitching out and crashing. I know, it sounds crazy. Yeah, and I had to deal with this for several months at a time. And yes, it is my phone recording it because I was really going through it. A minute to like go and figure out different shortcuts and download certain things. So this is like an all-in-one type of video that you guys are going to be getting. Hey, this is the Stef Ny channel. I'm Nyla.
And I'm Stephanie.
And for today's video, it's a different type of video. It's like more of a tech related video showing my series of computer challenges and things that I face. And the reason why we wanted to do this video is because it's very relatable during these COVID times. No matter how old you are, everyone struggles with a Zoom call, a Zoom chat, and really just sharing my tips before the transition of me getting my new computer, which y'all will see later on, and just quality traits. And this isn't more so a promoting of the new computer, but all the different things I dealt with. So when you're trying to find your computers or, you know, dealing with it, then you have somebody to relate to. And my mom will be sharing her experiences of, you know, her through the parent lens, because I can only do for so much, but she was here with me, and you'll see throughout the video through her lens and how she dealt with it, you know, us dealing with it together and sharing.
Okay, so basically, we both came home on the same day when the pandemic started, and now it feels like it's been forever. But yeah. March 17th, 2020. And we then started the journey of work from home, as well as Nyla doing in-home learning. And it was one thing to just have the laptop, and Nyla had a laptop, and then, of course, as things would have it, she dropped it, and then the thing stopped working.
One drop.
So literally maybe 2-3 weeks into this, she had a laptop that wasn't working. Now, there are some things that you could have done as a parent, which we didn't even think about doing, that this is what happens when you're in the pandemic. You've never been in the circumstances. The one thing was that we probably could have went to the school and borrowed one of their laptops, and then that would have probably saved us a little bit of time and headache. But no, instead what we did, basically, Nyla could have went to school and you know, borrowed probably a Chromebook. We didn't even think about that. We did like a lot of parents. And we, you know, we went to Walmart, we went to Amazon, we went to Target. No, not Target, but Walmart, Amazon, and I believe there was one other major chain that we went to try to see if we could find a laptop, and not really realizing how much, you know, you needed. And being in a pandemic, we got like the cheapest one. So we ordered an HP, which I thought HP, the brand, is a great brand that's known for laptops, so that it's gonna be a great computer. It doesn't matter if it's $200 or $500 or $3,000. It should be a good computer, a good laptop. We ordered it and got home, and Nyla started trying to go into her Zoom classes and her Google Classroom classes, and the nightmare began. And we were trying to see if it was something that was wrong with, you know, maybe how we set it up wrong. No, we tried to have people that were techies take a look at it. Literally, we went through this nightmare about 2 to 3 weeks of every single solitary time she went into certain classes. When she went into her math class and they had a whiteboard, it would crash every time. As soon as the teacher, she would launch into Zoom, she'd be in the class, and then the next thing you know, it would crash. And then she'd have to jump on her cell phone. I'd have to go take the laptop, video record it so I could show somebody what was happening to it. Then she would come off because she'd have to, you know, she'd still be trying to do her work, trying to participate in class because you had to in order to be able to learn. And it was just a real stress. And like I said, we did that for about 2 to 3 weeks. The lessons that came out of that were it has to be a laptop that has a lot of storage. I'm not sure if the term was gigabytes or what the bytes were, but they needed to be at least 8. And I think that the one that we had bought was a cheaper one, so it was maybe 4 or 6. But anyway, it needed to be at least 8 to hold and house being able to use the Google Classroom, Zoom, whiteboard, all of those things, to be able to have the teachers launch in and add on certain layers onto the laptop. That became an issue. So that was something that we learned. And then another lesson that we learned was really that, the kids needed to have their own space and a place where you can basically have open environment. And when you have parents at home on a laptop and a kid at home on a laptop, you have to find a designated room or space for each person, because the conversations are being heard in each room by each person, and it's a distraction for either person. So, hoping that you have enough space in the room in your house to be able to have each person have their own space was also a critical key. So those were the lessons learned, and it took us a couple of weeks to learn it. When she finally did get the better laptop that had the right storage and the right memory, after that, the next couple of months went effortlessly, but that month of April, was just a living nightmare. May and June ended up being much better, and she ended up ending the quarter very well. But it really was a process. And then the following year, they made it mandatory for anybody that was doing hybrid to check out a Chromebook from the school, which is why I said never forget other resources. And sometimes as a parent, we're trying to fix the problem as fast as we can, and we think let's just go buy something. But sometimes their resources are right there in front of you, and that was, we could have went to the school and just asked to borrow a Chromebook. Because when she did start her senior year, they made it mandatory that anybody that was doing hybrid, meaning that they were in school for a first part of the morning, and then after lunch they came home. Anyone that agreed to do the hybrid schedule had to check out a Chromebook. It was mandatory. So she then had a laptop for the entire year, which was great because we wanted to get her, she needed to get a really good laptop for college, and this didn't put the pressure on her for her senior year. Instead, just waited, used the Chromebook for a year, and then she got the laptop that she has now for her college freshman year, and she loves it. And it would have been, a year older had she had to get it for her senior year instead of her freshman year of college. So, as we know, things break down every 2-3 years. It's better for you to get something as new and as fresh as possible. And it's, I guess, also in her case, spend enough money to be able to hopefully not have any problems like the ones we had the initial time when we were starting this whole pandemic and class from home and in school and home learning and working from home. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, so
this is a Toshiba, and it has been looping. I've been trying to get in to help Nyla for about 10 minutes because it's old. It's not launching into the Zoom chat. Her other new computer has died, and she's had to restart it to try to get in.
That is the computer my mother was just showing and explaining. To keep in mind, the Toshiba computer I've had the longest, 6-7 years, and it's an old computer. You can tell it's an old computer, but it wouldn't work with the multitasking of Zoom and doing work. So these seasons around the corner. Please keep that in mind, because I was working with what I had, and then to get the HP computer, and that also didn't work. You want to make sure that you are getting a computer that can multitask both Zoom calls and doing your work at the same time. And I show this to you guys because not only to just say pandemic, not really having teachers or anything around, and still having that be currently a lot of people's situations, but also knowing that even though it's a big investment, I definitely feel like this is important to show that things really do happen, and it's a good investment to buy a good computer, like a well-recommended computer, and you will see at the end which computer I did get and some of the pros and tips. Very, very special video because it's going to be probably one of my first big presents. I can't even say big purchase because my dad gave it to me, but this is really something I've been looking at for a good year and a half. I'm not gonna do too much of an intro because I have so much I want to do on this, and I was like, I need to record this because this is something that is a once in a lifetime thing. It's gonna be my first, like, y'all will see. Whew, it is a firm seal. I see the Apple symbol, and it's here. My goodness. It's 256 gigabytes, 8 grams. It's a 13-inch MacBook Pro, 13-inch. I literally, thank you so much, Dad, if you're watching this. This is everything. I'm a YouTuber and I'm a blogger. I have so much content and things that I want to do on this computer, and being a content creator, like, I can't sit and do everything on my phone. So I mean, let me start talking. I only opened the box and I believe I like have it in front of me. It has this little sticker to peel it. So I'm gonna do that. This is, oh my god, this is so cool. Comforting. This is literally the right size I wanted. This is my first MacBook, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm a little bit weary about not having a case on it yet. More a little bit. And it has the charger. It gives you this little pamphlet, which is MacBook Pro, which touch bar ID and everything. Oh my goodness, that was one of my key things was the touch bar. I was like, I need that touch bar. Touch bar looks crazy. I'll check back in with you guys once I get it a little bit set up. So comment below, what was your first computer? Like, what was your first computer that you got that was like your favorite, or your first computer? So comment that down below. Again, you guys, I'm probably gonna keep it in this box until I get a case. Oh my gosh. Unboxing, but this has been probably, I'll put up the date from the last time I recorded to now. It's been probably about another like 1 or 2 weeks since I've had it. And searching for the past few weeks for a keyboard and a case, and I really want to unbox to you guys my case, what I picked for this laptop, which is a 13-inch. I already mentioned that before. And I'm gonna do a little unboxing, so then later on I'll go into specifics on different techniques that I've used, different apps I suggest, especially for college kids, and how I've set up my Mac, because I've been able to take a minute to go and figure out different shortcuts and download certain things. So this is like an all-in-one type of video that you guys are going to be getting. Yeah, let's get into this unboxing. So I've got my handy dandy scissor. Oh my god, what did I do? Oh my gosh, the stack-on thing chipped It's a small chip, but please be aware, okay, you guys? Please be aware. So here are the 2 things that I got. This really cute baby pink. It's so adorable. It is so cute. is my little skin. You see how it's completely aligned. You see this is this touchscreen part of the Magic Keyboard on. So
Oh, that's pretty.
okay, so it's right here.
And it just lays on there? There's no gluing?
So it just lays on. I don't know what a keyboard skin is. It helps from like dust and water and different things kind of coming in contact with it. It's so smooth and soft, and it's good. I really love it. And then the 3 different parts. So I've got this, and then I've got this, and to add a lot of covers. So I'm gonna open this up. Touch bar. So it's I made sure to get everything you got. First will be this. These are all like stickers and stuff. Oh my gosh, and it does blend perfectly. It has a little bit of a shine to it, but I don't mind it. This is the part that I showed you guys earlier. So here is this is called, I think, a trackpad. And here is the stickers. And I'll put the links to where I got my items below if you guys are interested in it. Okay, so let's see. Okay.
So that's going on the perimeter around it?
Yeah.
And that keeps you from doing what? Getting it dirty?
Yeah, getting it dirty or greasy. This is good. It just has.
So when you take it off, it leaves no
yeah,
nothing.
like you see that you may.
The way it looks is the way you see it.
Yeah, it's a little bit shiny, but I don't really mind it. But the color is pretty much for the most part.
It's the same as the gray.
Accurate.
Same as the outside.
Because this has residue on it, and I want to keep it as clean as possible.
Nyla believes in all those different beauty things that would give all that oil and residue off, so she has to definitely make sure she has something to protect all that oil from getting on the actual laptop.
I don't want any.
Looks like there's nothing even on there.
Yeah,
it's like a nude.
Get it off. See? No residue. It's exactly what they said. Sports High, great for scholarships. It is easy to access to. You make a profile, you get it set up, and then it develops. And you don't have to just be in sports. I was in sports in high school. The sooner you start this, you guys, the better, because whatever school you're in, money is essential. For school books or whatever else you need. If you're going to college, you decide making that decision, Sports High will definitely be your site. Another thing that I used was for determination, honestly, outside of just computer stuff, determination and just kind of being driven is the Holy Bible app and the I Am app. One for just determination, motivation, that would be the I Am app. More affirmation stuff. And then on the religious side, because I'm a Christian and I wanted to be closer to the Bible and everything, and specific plans, and I don't want to go into it, but it really helped me, those 2 apps. This is my touch bar now, which I'm so excited to get, because same thing with the residue. This is also touchscreen. I just want to keep it like I actually use the touch bar. So first got this model for the keyboard. I made sure with the model number. If you guys don't know the model number, I'll actually look it up so I can show you guys what it is. And it will show you pictures of like where to find that model number. And you see right here, it says A2289 or A2251. That would be my model number. So if it says, oh, this is for A, this, that, the third, A22, then it's your model number. But if you got an older one, such as the MacBook Pro 15, you just want to make sure they have several different blinkers, because, things happen. You may get the wrong one, and different models have different sides. Out ultra retinal light and protecting it from scratches, dust, and dirt. The crystal film is made with advanced silicone static cling technology that leaves no residue if removed. One thing, this did not cost a whole bunch of money. This was all decent price range. I'll put the links below. You can still do everything. Just want to make sure with you guys, like, you can get anywhere. It's not like that it's hard to maneuver around. Same thing with here. Say I want to click. It's not like I'm pressing down really hard, and like those different things, they matter. Control V, Control V. Very easy to use controls and all of that as well. And here is my first mini unboxing. So here you guys go. I'll make sure to put the links below. Now this part is after the touch bar site. So how I've made, this is the simple shortcuts. Finder, the Finder app will be your best friend. The Finder little section on the MacBook, using tags in the Finder, I label tags for different subjects. I will show you a picture. These were my tags for just my first quarter. Now I have a few quarters, three quarters. And I know my tags are going to add up, so I'm going to probably have to condense them, but I did it based off a subject. And when I tell you, it helped me when I had to find something. And really a tag is it's a label for whatever type of project or work. So I use those to my advantage, organizing your folders. I have to thank my digital communication teacher. She really had a whole video put together in the beginning of our quarter, really explaining how to organize your files when and this goes for any laptop, but how to organize your files and keep them updated, and having one big folder say project 1. Then you have all the assignments listed, 4 assignments. When you're in college, they give you the whole syllabus of all your assignments. So if you have that time to go and put in everything in advance, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 assignments. And then you can just drop in the assignments. And then that makes it easy if you have to use Dropbox, which that took me a minute to figure out, which is a whole nother video. Sure, of the Post-it app, right? I had different Post-it colors that matched my classes, list all the different tasks that I had to do depending on the class. It's good, especially when maybe you're at a place where you don't have that notebook, don't have that planner, you're in another room. You can study music for Spotify. I'll list them in the description box. Use timers. When I'm telling you guys timers, she knows my love for timers.
It was very nerve-wracking to listen to that thing going off every 15 minutes.
I would have timers, you guys.
For everything.
Sometimes for each hour. It
doesn't matter if she has a class or not. She's still doing the stupid timers.
Have timers all the time because it helps push me, and especially a person that's trying to get better at her time management skills. It keeps me sometimes anxious, but in the best way, to just like
it's a lot.
Flow is an app, so I think for the most part, if you have an iPhone, you can get Flow. Flow is great. It actually has built-in breaks within it. So let's say I'm doing 25 minutes, right? 25 minutes, and then it'll have a built-in like 5-minute break, and you can adjust it. A touch bar is different. I remember when I was doing my research on like different apps to use when I'm in college, people said that like science majors, they used it for experiments because it's easy to just kind of tap on and tap on. Like, oh my gosh, I've been working on this for 45 minutes. Time to like speed it up. Okay, time to like move on. The different apps that I think were my most essential apps, not as a college student, but you can use through any time. This is Notion. Notion is really not just the online notebook. I would suggest what I did because Notion was very overwhelming, honestly, for me when I first started looking at it. It's a notebook app, but you can turn it into a syllabus, class contact, important dates and information, tracking your homework. You can turn it into anything. Yeah. Next thing is Speechify. Speechify. when you want somebody, the best way I can describe Speechify is if you want somebody to overview your essay, say you don't have a parent or somebody looking at it, whether you're younger or older, Speechify will be your handy dandy person because it will read over your work. I would do this most likely for my papers, for my blog posts, just as somebody else that's reading, especially on days when I'm most tired and things just start meshing together. Then I hope this helps. I gave a lot of information, and I will make sure to list links down below. And that is really it. Thank you.